Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Amikin Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well. Yes, it's been a little while since I've actually been inside the world of Amikin, but we're back. Just wanting to do a quick little video with you guys because I want to discuss the next update that's coming. There's been a bit of a little post that's been given, and look, it's going to be an interesting one. I think I feel like it's going to be an interesting one. You know, for a lot of reasons, you know, some good, some bad, some, you know, in between. So while we do that, the purpose why I'm actually out here today is I want to go and try and capture a few Wispards while we have a bit of a chat ski with you guys here. I know I should probably go over to the Stone Echoes, which I probably should actually, to be fair. But I actually just want to pick one up here. So while I'm here, I may as well grab one while we're here. So let's go ahead and discuss. So 0.9. So if you guys haven't seen it, I will try and grab the image that I've seen on the actual on the Discord as well. So not much to go by, but all that they're sort of discussing is they're giving a rating system for weaponry. Ooh, they've actually changed the I haven't noticed this. Oh, interesting. Oh, there you go. Interesting. They've actually changed the icon for the actual for the medal. It's kind of neat. I like it. As you can see, I actually picked up myself a shiny Zappy. Found him in the wild there, so I'm actually wrapped that I picked him up. So yeah, look, fairly good, fairly happy with that. But yes, going back to it. Okay, so 0.9. It's going to be a new update. Yes. When it's coming, don't know exactly because we just haven't been given that information, haven't been afforded that information, unfortunately. And as a content creator, I'm also not privy to any, you know, new release stuff that are coming through. But anyway, we'll digress from that because I know when you guys know at the same token. Here we go. We've got our Wispard over here. Come on, little buddy. Hey, buddy. All right, let's go, Zappy. Do what you need to do with young Wispard over here. So we are going to be rocking with the D6 as well. Now I think 58% is the best that we can do with this as well. So we may as well just go ahead and try and capture him while we're at it. Now the reason why I'm focusing on Wispy is only because that I've got one of my own as a shiny, but I've also got... Ooh, why? Oh, somehow Zappy has lost a lot of his HP. That's interesting. Ooh. That's actually really concerning. Anyway, so, well, with that being said, I'm going to continue on, see if we can get ourselves out of here without actually being attacked or anything like that. But yeah, so 0.9 feature update is they're going to give us range, I guess, quality of our weaponry. And I think, did they mention that along with our... well, yeah, so gear. So they've specified gear. All craft gear will be rated from D to SS, similar to Amikin ratings. Gear will now have randomized key stats like damage, defense, durability, making every item unique. So I guess that's an interesting call out. And I've done this, and I've mentioned a lot of this as well in the previous videos that I've made, and mainly regarding the fact that we've actually lost, I guess, it's a lot more difficult for us to venture out, particularly when we've got a gear such as this, right? That will effectively change over time. You know what, let's just put Zapda as our primary. As you can see, I've only got the one Amikin slot because my Ami band is unfortunately broken. So that's the other thing, it's a little bit annoying. But anyway, again, trying to digress the point. But it's going to be an interesting way that I feel like that these guys are going to do it, and I'll be keen to see how it's actually going to sort of, you know, work out. How well the stats are going to be buffed, how not so good they're going to be buffed or debuffed, or whatever in between it's going to be. So yeah, look, I don't know. I'm interested, worried all at the same time. So I just don't know until we actually know, until we actually find out. So yeah, look, I just don't know, guys, unfortunately. But what I do want to do is I just want to try and work our way in ever so slightly. Try and miss out on all the other Amikins as we go along. Who we got over here? Wispard. Nope, that's not a wispard. I can see the tail. That was the, what, Emberlinks? Emberlinks? There's a whole bunch of Ember Fluffs over here. Maybe I can do some range damage and just sort of try and get one to be attracted out. There we go, we actually got you guys too, which is nice. Very good. I think I might just hold on to this for the moment. Okay, so we've got the Ember Links here, which is fine. Let's just get out of his AoE and just go ahead and take him down. Very good. Now, I want a Wispard. That is a Blazehorn, not a Wispard, which is a little bit disappointing. I guess while I'm here, I can try and pick up some easy loot as well, potentially. I mean, why not, right? When in Rome, as they say. When in Rome. So yeah, look, the grading system. So from D to double S. Now, look, double S, I just don't see it's going to be a common thing at all. Only because it's probably going to be fairly rare to actually get something like that. So, look, I just don't know. I just don't know. So, yeah, look, who knows? Who knows if we are going to get that that luxury or not. But, look, I'll be keen to see... Oh, there's a Wispard. Let's go ahead and take you down. Now, the reason why that I want Wispard, I want the Roth. I really do. Now that we can actually, you know, go beyond the realms of second gen or second tier, I'd love to get myself a Roth, and that'd be great. And yeah, all the things in between. I've got a Class A shiny Wispard at the moment, so I'd like to get more Wispard donations, which would be great for me. And that way, at least we can, you know, evolve it. I guess that's the name of the game here. And we've got two electric types going at it, which is fine by me. And who else is taking us on? The Beevleaf. Come on, Beevleaf. Get out of here. Who have we got here? We've got a Peblo. You know what? I'm yet to see a shiny Peblo. I know there's a lot of people that have got one and probably got a shiny, is it a Ragnarok? Ragnarok? I think it's a Ragnarok. Anyway, oh, careful. We don't need that. We don't need that yet. Not yet. But yes, look, for me personally, I just feel like it's going to be an interesting scenario that we're going to get. And look, hopefully we might get some pretty decent builds where, you know, players might actually yield some pretty good, you know, gear. You know, they might get double S's, they might get something that has fantastic durability. And obviously you're not going to want to let that go, right? Excuse me. Because assuming that you're going to be able to obviously still repair everything, which, I mean, I feel like, yes, you should be able to still continue to repair everything. So I don't think that should change in any way, shape or form. What I am hoping on is that they might actually change the repair costs, because I still feel like the repair costs are still, you know, high, to say the least. I feel like it's still high, it's still a little bit expensive to do, and you know, you may as well just make a brand new one, because that's how much it's pretty much costing you to repair, you know, gear. So look, some people might think differently, other people might actually agree with what I'm actually saying as well, so that could be a thing. I'm just actually picking these up just to see how much I've got, which I'm probably right in picking up some of these things as well as we go along. So yeah, actually I'm not going to touch any iron. I've got so much iron at the moment, which I didn't think I'd actually have in my inventory. So yeah, there's that. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, and I'll be straight up, and I feel like I always am, I haven't been playing much in the sense of going out grinding and things like that, and you know, for good reason. And the reasoning is obviously behind the last update, only because that we're losing far too much in our gear, and I guess the run rate in terms of repairing and things like that, it's far outstripping the ability for, you know, for doing, you know, standard runs, standard grinding and things like that. I feel like it's a tactic via the developers. And what I mean by that is just to stunt progression right now. I feel like what they've done so far in making, you know what, I should probably make my way back, I think. but I do want to get some more of this as well. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there is a bit of give and take here, and I feel like we have gotten to a point where I think progression can be maximized and easier to progress in the game because of the additions that we've received. And to name a few, I guess the buffs that we've received with weaponry and all other gear as well, like armor and all that sort of stuff. The more powerful Amikins that we've got at the moment. I guess I feel like in a sense that we do have what we want in that regard, and I think what they've done in parallel to that is they've just given us more to do, more to grind for. So look, it's good, yeah, but also at the same token, it's hard hard for a lot of players, including myself. Don't get me wrong, I'm not immune to this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a player that is completely OP'd or anything like that. Far from it. There's going to be a ton of players that play this game that are way stronger than me, way stronger. Some have already probably hit that magical level 45 that have upgraded their Nexus tree at home to the maximum level, and they're at that point, which is great. Good for you guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not not discrediting that for any in any way, shape, or form. But what I am saying is that I guess for the general majority sake of people, that it's going to be a little bit harder. And it's probably going to be like that for a little bit. I reckon there's probably going to be some major changes in 1.0 because we're still on, we're going to be up to 0.9, and 1.0 will be the next, massive update, one would imagine. So, look, in saying that, we still don't know what we're going to get. We could get, virtually anything. The updates themselves, look, it could be good, it could be bad, it could be somewhere in between. I just don't know. Like I said, not privy to the information that we do receive, so it would be nice to know or be a little bit more in the know of things, but look, we just don't know. Eventually, once the update drops, we'll see how things go, but we'll see how it all sort of unfolds, I think. But yeah, I feel like that's basically where I stand with all this sort of stuff. But look, for a lot of people at the moment that are not keen on playing at the moment because of the way that the game is, effectively set up, I'm just logging in, grabbing dailies. I'm just logging in and maximizing my production for my Amikins. So yeah, look, I feel like that's basically where I'm at with things in the grand scheme of things. I said scheme, well, grand in way too many times. But anyway, you guys know what I'm trying to sort of explain here. So look, I remain optimistic. Because the game is still evolving and we've still got a long ways away to go. And I just don't think, we're going to, get to a plateau anytime soon, right? So I feel like we should get some reprieve. We should get some adjustments. We should get some store all. We should get some some quality of life changes, as a lot of people like to put it as. And look, I want to go put all back in that. I keep forgetting the wax actually goes in the same storage as the wood storage, which at the moment I don't have a lot of wood, which is not good for me. What do I have in my inventory? I've got to basically sort my life out here. But yeah, guys, I feel like at the moment we're just going to be waiting until, until the next update drops, how it's sort of going to look. And I wonder as well what type of grading our current weapons that we've got here at the moment will be. Whether they're going to give us a basic ruling, whether it's going to be anywhere from A's to B's, who knows? Or they're just not going to give us a rating on these, and we're just going to be, I guess, compelled to make the newer gear that's going to give us the grading system of, from low to high. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a topic of discussion once the update actually drops. So I'm going to be interested and keen to see what that all looks like from a personal standpoint, and we'll see how that all sort of works out, because like I said, the game's still in its infancy. They're trying a lot of things, which is great, so I feel like in a way that it's good to experiment, especially early in game. Now, you wouldn't want to do too many experiments in a game like Westland, for example, which is obviously the sister game to this, made by the same developer and whatnot. The sharing of assets, the sharing of knowledge. So I feel like in a way that there's going to be, more of an upgrade pathway on Amikin versus something like Westland, where something like Westland will be a little bit more thought out. Not to say that it's not thought out with Amikin, by no means of the imagination. I guess what I'm sort of trying to say is there's going to be more creativity, flexibility on the Amikin side, because it's a new game, and if something lands well, then something like that could roll over into the other game, and so on and so forth. Or there might be some mechanics over in Westland that could be brought over to Amikin to improve the game, or depending on where the life cycle is of the development train, it could actually work out in a way where there's features waiting to be released that haven't been released because for certain things that's holding it back until it's until the game gets to a certain state. Then it could open up a little bit more. Who knows? So I guess one thing that I'm actually waiting on, if I were to be perfectly honest with you, is daily quests would be something that I would like to see in Amikin. Maybe even limited time events that'll pop up and that we can actually do and participate and get certain resources and things like that. I feel like those two items in particular probably a little bit away, only because the game is still so young, and something like that could happen further down the line. Who knows? But I'm sure it would. How it's going to be set up and what they're going to do is up to the devs. But like I said, hopefully with their creative freedom, that they're going to hopefully make something great for us, and hopefully we're going to enjoy it. But anyway, I think that's basically everything I wanted to sort of discuss. Like I said, once update 0.9 lands, I'll definitely try and make a video as soon as possible, go through my thoughts and things like that, and see how it all pans out. But what I would suggest for you guys to do, if you haven't done so already, or if you are in the midst of doing it all, make sure you're getting yourself ready, prepared, ready to go in relation to gear, resources, things like that, so you can start crafting them from the get-go. And at least that way you guys will have that ability to start off straight away as soon as the update drops, and then obviously get to enjoy it more, and without having to grind for it and then upgrade and things like that, or then craft, if you know what I mean. But anyway guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Thanks for watching, checking out this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, share if you can. If you guys are new to the channel or not and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright guys, take it easy from me, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.